NaLyssa Smith's days with the Indiana Fever are looking rough, and it seems like fans are done with her. The shocking drama unfolding around her is creating waves in the Fever's locker room, and it's not just about poor performance on the court anymore. It's much deeper than that. You'd think that, as a former number 2 overall pick, NaLyssa Smith would be a key player in the Fever's plans, right? Well, that's far from the case. In fact, when new head coach Stephanie White took over, she didn't even mention Smith in her vision for the future of the team. White repeatedly talked about building around a core 3 that includes Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, and Aja Wilson. But where was Smith? Nowhere to be found. In her press conference, White talked about needing players who fit the team's culture and could embrace their roles seamlessly. That doesn't sound like Smith, especially when you consider her behavior both on and off the court. White emphasized the importance of unity, commitment, and chemistry, which felt like a direct shot at Smith, whose actions recently have raised a lot of questions about whether she's truly invested in the Fever's future. Things took a huge turn when Smith and her girlfriend thought it would be funny to mock Caitlin Clark's eye injury on TikTok. That's right, mocking the injury of one of the brightest young stars in women's basketball. How is that supposed to help build team chemistry? Imagine you're on a team trying to build trust and camaraderie, and one of your own players is publicly making fun of a teammate for views. It's a complete disaster. But that TikTok incident wasn't the end of it. Smith's behavior off the court has been just as chaotic. She's been cryptically posting about feeling underappreciated and even removed all references to the Fever from her social media profiles after the team was eliminated from the playoffs. Then, her girlfriend started posting "Free NaLyssa" messages on Twitter. Talk about a PR nightmare. Smith's inconsistency on the court hasn't helped matters either. Her stats have been all over the place, and her performance has fluctuated so much that fans can barely predict what version of her will show up. On top of that, when she has played, the Fever have actually been better off without her. The team's performance has taken a hit with Smith on the floor, and her defense has been criticized for being lazy and uninspired. When you're a third or fourth option, you need to contribute in all the little ways, and that's something Smith has struggled with. Then there's the trust issue. Rumors have started to swirl that Smith might have leaked some team information, especially considering she's dating a player on another team. That's a major problem in professional sports. Team chemistry is built on trust, and if that trust is broken, it's hard to get it back. Now, the Fever are silent on the situation, but that silence speaks volumes. There have been whispers that the Fever are actively considering trading Smith. With all the drama surrounding her, it's hard to imagine how she fits into the Fever's future plans, especially with the addition of Caitlin Clark, a player who's already making a huge impact. What does this mean for NaLyssa Smith's future in the WNBA? Well, it's not looking great. Her play on the court hasn't matched her potential, and off the court, she's been creating unnecessary drama that's impacting the team's morale. It's possible that a change of scenery might do her some good, but there are a lot of teams in the league who might be hesitant to take on a player with this much baggage. Could Smith turn things around with a fresh start? Or is this the beginning of the end of her career? One thing's for sure, this saga is far from over. The next chapter of NaLyssa Smith's career could be a comeback story, or it could be a cautionary tale. Either way, the WNBA world will be watching closely. So what do you think? Should the Fever stick with Smith, or is it time for her to go? Based on her recent behavior, it might be time for a change, but this is sports, and anything can happen. We'll just have to wait and see what happens next.